Hey, what's up guys? I'm William from Wex Generation Official with part 4 of our social media awareness project, Psychological Impact. So basically today I'm going to do my best to give you some information about both the negatives and positives that come along with social media so that you can make better, more informed choices when browsing online. Today I hope to cover the positive benefits that teens ages 13 to 18 may experience while also covering the potential dangers that stem from social media. Let's start with the benefits, to keep the mood nice and light, because I'd hate to start off with the bad stuff. As we all know, but probably take for granted, social media has allowed the kids of our generation to connect with people all over the world and create and maintain friendships that in previous generations would never be possible. These friendships and experiences, in some cases, serve to create a more well-rounded and happier individual. As the Pew Research Center so eloquently said, social media has given teens the ability to instantly connect with others and share their lives through photos, videos, and status updates. Teens themselves describe these platforms as a key tool for connecting and maintaining relationships, being creative, and learning more about the world. Social media also empowers teens to pursue the things they love by having ample amounts of up-to-date information and statistics on a multitude of topics, from politics to what it takes to be an astronaut. On top of that, social media is an outlet for creativity in a never-before-seen way, creating an environment where someone can share their ideas with peers and find communities dedicated to the things they love. So, social media is pretty awesome, right? Well, yes, but also no? It seems to me that social media is a sort of double-edged sword. On one hand, it brings people together. On the other, keeps them apart. On one hand, helps to inform and keep the world knowledgeable, and on the other, spreads false information and fake news in an attempt at deceit. And finally, this thing that can make some people so happy can also make others sad. Wait. That makes no sense. How can that be right? That sounds awfully contradictory, you might be saying. And trust me, I know. So let's take a step back and sort this whole mess out. To start us off, it's no secret that social media is a platform for a digitalized age of bullying. The animosity someone can achieve on the internet and through social media is unparalleled, and because of that, cyberbullying runs rampant among young teenage communities. As these bullies will most likely be met without consequences, they do not realize the true gravity of the harm they may be causing to others. According to a survey done by the Child Mind Institute, 12 to 24-year-olds think that social media increases depressed tendencies. This study matches one done at Harvard University that produced results saying recent studies have noted a significant uptick in depression and suicidal thoughts over the past several years for teens, especially those who spend multiple hours a day using screens. These statistics are the culmination of both cyberbullying and the overly competitive and aggressive environment that can be found on social media platforms. It kinda gets worse though. According to Harvard, many experts have described a rise in sleeplessness, loneliness, worry, and dependence among teenagers, a rise that coincides with the release of the first iPhone 10 years ago. One study found that 48% of teens who spend 5 hours a day on electronic devices has at least one suicide risk factor, compared to the 33% of teens who spend 2 hours a day on an electronic device. Although I'm sure I could keep talking about this for a while, for the sake of your time, I'll move on to fake news on social media. According to NBC News, false information travels around 6 times faster than real news on average. This fake news is often very polarizing and therefore can cause people who maybe don't know the whole truth, or any of it, to spread it, creating a sort of wildfire effect. I guess fake news means something different now, thank you Mr. President, so I will refer to it as false news. Anyway, this false news is especially harmful for teens, as they are more likely to be swayed by falsehood simply because they don't know if it's true or not. Now, William, I hear you ask, what does fake news have to do with psychological impact? Well, worry not, for I shall tell you. Because fake news spreads so fast, it can sometimes overtake real, and important, news and cause a significant amount of confusion that could lead to self-doubt and potential hesitation when talking with friends due to a lack of confidence in your information. In some cases, this lack of confidence and hesitation can lead to lasting impacts on social skills. The final point I could bring up would be something to do with exclusion, but I feel that falls under the category of cyberbullying, and I already talked about how that impacts teens, so instead I'll just do a quick summary instead of repeating myself. So basically, cyberbullying is easy, so people do it. This coupled with competitive environments cause increased stress levels and depression and worst case suicidal tendencies. Also, some kids become dependent on the animosity of internet and can have a negatively affected social skills also because of false news. Alrighty then, to wrap up this lovely and hopefully informative video, I will once again delve back into a Harvard report. Can you tell I like that? Which essentially says, social media might just be building upon already pre-existing stressors and are not themselves the root of the problem. To say that social media causes things like worrying about social image and the like is pretty wrong, because those things would surely exist without social media, which only gives more room for these natural conditions to occur. So on that not so bad note, I hope you enjoyed this video, because it was way more work than I expected, but it was low-key kind of fun. Don't forget to check out our Instagram at WexGenerationOfficial. And finally, remember to stay safe on the internet, keep yourself informed with up-to-date information, and take some personal care time to relieve some of those stressors. Peace!